When someone makes sure you cannot survive without them, that's called financial abuse.
When a woman uses a man for his money, it's called gold digging.
It's very hard when you have money, as you know, to tell a woman's intentions, right? I said, whatever happens in this relationship for the next year, I'm committed to paying this rent.
You a year by year guy.
We end up breaking up 5-6 months into the rent. She ended up hitting my phone asking for the bread.
Why you just don't send her half for the rest of the year?
Because she need to act right month to month, nigga.
Oh!
Where do we draw the line for entitlement? Where do we sit back and admit that not all things are black and white? Because everybody is not the same, and even high-value men can be miserable. Y'all know what to do. Hit the subscribe button and enjoy the video.
Never let what a man brings to the table be all you have to eat, because the moment he gets up from that table, he will fuck around and make sure you starve. When someone makes sure you cannot survive without them, that's called financial abuse. That's the part of finding a rich, providing man that people really don't talk about enough. There's a difference between a generous man and a man with money, because one of them is going to financially abuse you.
MPJ is a basketball millionaire, and because of who he is, he's entitled to get a certain type of lifestyle. So the way he shares this with his partner is by taking her on trips, getting expensive things. The point of the matter is, when somebody is doing something because of your input in their lives, it is not surprising why you're expected to help them with your rent. And this is what I don't understand about social media and people.
Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
When you start dating somebody, ideally that person had a lifestyle before you. Whether it could be interpreted as a better or worse lifestyle, that's up to you. But when you meet somebody, you intentionally want to share a part of your life with them. Now, you don't want to share all of your life with them because you're not married, but some aspect of your life will begin to be shared. And let me give you a scenario. If I'm living in Texas and my girl is living in Miami and I'm way richer than her and I want to spend more time with her, I want her to be around me more often, and I'm asking her to move to Texas, should I help with the cost of moving? Of course.
Of course!
Especially when her lifestyle is not suitable for a place like Texas. It is also fair to say that a lady that really cares about you and wants the best for you would also not try to spend things that are beyond her means, because the both of you are still not married. Anything can happen. And this is where we get into the crux of the matter.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
There's always this gender war when it comes to men versus women. What men are doing wrong, what women are doing wrong. Either party doesn't want to admit that they had a role to play in the eventual collapse of a relationship or society in the first place.
I've only brought like girls on trips or like gave them experiences, but I never like was giving them money or like buying them expensive things. Until my last relationship, I got into a little relationship with a girl who's from a city that I'm not from.
What city was she from?
That's a little bit of the expectation, and it was cool. Like, because at the end of the day, if you love someone, if you care about someone, it's a better feeling to take care of them than it is to like. I'd rather buy her something, buy her a little bag, or buy her this than buy myself something. That's
How
a good
long
feeling.
were you in a relationship for?
I was talking to her for probably like a year and a half. I had never spent money on it. I had never bought girl expensive gifts before this last girl. And it was cool to do. Like, I liked making sure she was fly. I liked making sure she had nice things. Right. But I still wanted to know that she was with me for like the right reasons. You know what I mean? Because every dude in this particular person's past had money. If a woman says that her type needs to have money or she's only going to be attracted to do with money, I'm not saying that's wrong, because at the end of the day, a man is supposed to provide for a woman.
Right.
But
she was providing half the rent.
She's looking around. she's looking around for her apartments, and she came across one, but it was way out of her price range. It was like double what she could afford. So I was like, this is really nice. I want you to be able to stay here. I want to be able to pull up and stay here. You know what I'm saying? Like, what can you afford? And I'll split it. I'll pay the rest. So I ended up doing that.
If you meet a girl that's in a different place as you, the only reason why you should want her to move in or move out of her place to get closer to you is if you want to marry her. If you don't want to marry her, do not demand somebody to leave the life that they already have to move to a new place, all because you want to spend time with them. And this is where I also hold MPJ kind of responsible for the situation that he's in, because he's the one that suggested her to move because he wants to spend more time with her.
She's looking around for her apartments, and she came across one, but it was way out of her price range. It was like double what she could afford. So I was like, this is really nice. I want you to be able to stay here. I want to be able to pull up and stay here. You know what I'm saying? Like, what can you afford? And I'll split it. I'll pay the rest.
He's the one that suggested to make the payments. He's the one that also suggested that if they break up, he will still help her with the rent for the rest of the year. And I'm somebody that believes that people should mean what they say, but unfortunately some things happen behind the scenes of a relationship that everybody is not privileged to know about. So is it reasonable for your man to ask you to move closer to him so y'all can spend more time together, and he suggests to pay half your rent? Of course, that's completely reasonable. Wait for a second, I gotta ask a question. Have y'all subscribed to this channel yet? I know you are enjoying this video, so make sure you subscribe so we can fly. Back to the video. But all because it is reasonable does not mean that you should do it. Because now that they're broken up, she still has to cover the part of the rent that he promised to pay her. And here's another thing. All because you love a man or you think you care about a man doesn't mean you should leave your life behind and follow him to wherever he wants you to go. Anything can still happen, and unfortunately in this relationship they broke up 6 months into the rental agreement. So now she has to fend for herself.
If a man is paying your rent or mortgage and doesn't live with you, there should be no problem with you giving him a key. Because why not? What you got going on? Baby, if he paying the rent or the mortgage, he deserves the key. And if he can't get no key, then you don't need the money. You heard it here first. Yeah.
So it normally takes two for people to end up in a situation like this, because a reasonable woman will probably not want to live beyond her means, and a reasonable man will probably not want to make a girl move and be complaining about him funding her lifestyle and her movement fees. People do not know the value of independence because come rain, come shine, come high, come low, nobody is gonna help you unless you help yourself. And one must come with the mindset that as long as there's not a lifetime agreement, as long as somebody is not proving themselves to be your family or a friend that is so close that it sticks like a family, if anything should go wrong, you are the one that has to make sure that your lifestyle and what happens to you does not negatively affect your bank account.
So the thing for me is like I love kids, right? Like I want a family, like I want babies, but I see all these dudes that have kids with the wrong women.
Yeah.
And they have to pay them all this money throughout their life. Like that can't be me. So that means I need a wife if I want to have kids. And like I love babies, bro.
Yeah, I'm
Like I love kids. So that means I need a wife. So that means to find a wife, I feel like I need to go through this. Detox.
I think so too. And isn't it crazy? I mean, it's out on the internet, but like I think Blake Griffin has to send $100K a month. Isn't that just wild?
You know what I'm saying? Like Trevor Ariza made $106 million in his career. He said the other day he's broke, and it's because he's doing all this child support, whatever. I don't want to get the wrong girl pregnant, but at the same time, I love kids, bro. I gotta have some little jits.
Yeah,
all the little MP3.
Yeah.
I'm MPJ. I need
You have to have. You have to pass on the legacy. You have to.
So I need to find a girl that I'm trying to wife up, but I can't do that in my current state, bro. They all blend. Too many pretty girls, too many good personalities, you know what I'm saying? Like I won't be able to tell if that's the girl I want to spend the rest of my life with.
Yeah.
Right now, so.
People want to have their cake and eat it. If you know that you're worried about a woman chasing you for your finances, maybe you should not take her on trips and get her expensive stuff at the beginning of a relationship, especially when she's not your fiance or your wife. You cannot expect people to treat you like somebody that doesn't have money when all you show off is your money. So, everybody makes mistakes. And it's good to learn from those mistakes. But what is not ideal is to keep using or making the same mistakes and expecting that your mistakes will still give you the person or the desire that you want. That is called pure insanity. Here are some comments that I found. She needs to act right month to month. MPJ got off-court ball knowledge. The other comment says, this is just wanting control over another, and you can't convince me otherwise. Could it be? Of course, but at the same time, nobody can take control from you. You give up an aspect of control of your life to other people. This is why no matter who you are in a relationship, you must always maintain a balance of communicating that even though you love somebody and you care about them, and you take things from them, you will still be fine with or without them in your life. That was an apartment for her, not him, and she's not his wife. True, but he's also the reason why she's moving in the first place, which only people that want to get married do. So we can't have our cake and eat it at the same time. Let me know your opinions in the comment section. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and share.